Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be a love and spirituality reading for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and this will apply to Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And as always, I will be doing an extended video. So if you resonate with this video and you want more in-depth messages, then I will leave the link to the extended in the description box down below. All right, water signs. So let's dive into this. We're going to start with your present energy. So we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. Okay. So what I'm feeling from this Ten of Swords in reverse, I'm feeling a bit of self-neglect. Self-neglect or self-sabotage, a little of both. And I feel like it's directly stemming from how someone or a group of people have treated you in your past. It seems that a group of people that had a very large influence on you, they may have mistreated you, and in turn you internalized it, like you subconsciously internalized it, and then you can sometimes mistreat yourself as a result, or you can neglect yourself as a result. And what I'm hearing, sorry about the sirens outside if you can hear them. I think an ambulance just went by. But what I'm hearing is that for a lot of you, it's very subtle sometimes, so you don't even notice that you're doing it. So it could be something like, maybe you just didn't eat all day and you're thinking like, oh, maybe I just forgot. Like I just forgot to eat. Like the day flew by quickly. I just, I didn't eat because I forgot. Sometimes that's the case, but sometimes on a subconscious level, that is a form of self-neglect. And that could be the self-neglect that people have planted into your mind. It could be manifesting itself as things like that, like forgetting to eat or forgetting to drink water and just really neglecting yourself, like not really taking care of yourself, not practicing self-care. It's very hard for people to practice self-care, to take care of their bodies, take care of their minds, take care of their spirits. It's very hard for you to just take care of your overall health when there's been people in your past who have, like I said, had a great influence on you and they mistreated you. It's almost like they may have mistreated you and they're no longer in your life. So you take on the role of now mistreating yourself, if that makes sense. Or the people could still be in your life. This could be like family members who have mistreated you and it really left a very strong imprint on you. I'm feeling like for some of you, it could have been a romantic partner as well. And that can happen very easily with romantic partners because of how strong the tie is, because of how strong the energetic exchange is. Sometimes you could become very enmeshed with a romantic partner, and then they can have a lot of influence over the way that you see yourself. And it can happen very subtly. It doesn't have to be like they're openly abusing you or openly putting you down. It can happen suddenly by the things that they do. Like if they forget about you a lot, if they make promises to you and they break that promise, if they are just dishonest, or they're disloyal and they've done disloyal things, or they are always treating you as an afterthought. Like those types of things, even if they're not directly saying to you, you don't matter, those types of things are sending the message to your subconscious mind that you don't matter. You see what I'm saying? And so it can happen subtly where it could just start to kind of break you down and you can start actually neglecting yourself as a result. I hope that made sense. So for some of you, you're currently, because this is in the reverse, so that means that you're currently becoming aware of this and you are now stepping into this energy of learning how to fully take care of yourself, or you're going to start focusing on taking care of yourself more and becoming more independent. I feel like the more dependent you are on other people, the more this type of self-neglect happens, because I feel like other people, they're just really not careful with you. Like they don't handle you, delicately. Some of you could be very sensitive, and I feel like some of the people that you may be attached to, or a person you could be attached to, is just not handling you in a delicate manner. So like I said, if they're harsh with you, or if they are not treating you well, you can easily internalize that and you can start mistreating yourself. So it's like the more independent you gain, the less these types of people will have that much of an influence on you. You see what I'm saying? So there may be like some codependent wounds that need to be healed here, but I'm seeing you doing that slowly but surely, or you coming into the awareness that you're doing that. I feel like for some of you, the first step is going to be I'm hearing finances. So some of you could be working on your finances to become more independent in that realm, which makes sense because until our basic needs are met, it's hard for us to focus on anything else. you know, like it's hard to kind of focus on your emotional needs and raising your self-esteem, you know, when you don't have a roof over your head, or when your money's not right, you know. So basic needs kind of come first. So I feel like some of you are covering your basic needs first because you know that that's the first step towards, you know, really being able to practice self-love and self-care and take care of yourself and kind of free yourself from this cycle of self-sabotage and self-neglect that, you know, is only taking place because of how other people have treated you, you know. So yeah, for a lot of you, I do feel like it's family that has done this, probably not purposely, but I feel like, yeah, because the message card is coming up in the reverse, so that means like no positive affirmations, no positive reinforcement, a lot of negative reinforcement, but no positive, you know. So it's like negativity about who you are as a person constantly, and then no one there to treat you properly and tell you that you're actually a good person and that you're deserving of great things, you know. So it's like, it makes sense why you would fall into these patterns of self-sabotage and self-neglect and things like that, but you're coming out of that by, you know, gaining your independence. Okay, so that's your present energy. So we're going to look at your outside energy, meaning in the current moment, what people or person is influencing you the most. So we have the Hermit card here in reverse, and we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so there's someone or a group of people around you who, they seem to be a bit cold. I'm feeling a bit of the silent treatment with the Hermit card being here in reverse, because I read the Hermit card as someone who sometimes they need to go into isolation to recuperate. Like, this is someone who says, who'll tell you like, hey, I just need some time to myself, and they may retreat and, you know, they go into their little hermit mode in order for them to, you know, get themselves together. But I'm reading the Hermit in reverse in this case as someone who like pulls away from you, but they do it in a way that's just not righteous. Like, so this could be like a silent treatment thing, it could be like a ghosting sort of thing, or someone who just may be giving you the cold shoulder. And I feel like that's an energy that's affecting you currently. I'm gonna pull one more for that. 1 second. Okay. All right, so interesting messages here. I'm seeing here that this person or these people, I'm thinking it's one person though, I feel like they are going through something very heavy and something very dark, and they are in a state of like heavy despair. But I feel like it doesn't seem that way because of the way that they are going about things. It's like they're not expressing that they're hurt, or they're not expressing that something heavy is going on. It's like it's coming across to you as as them just giving you the silent treatment, or them just giving you the cold shoulder. Like I said, it even came across that way to me. Like when I first picked up the cards, like they're coming across, when you at first glance, they're coming across as someone who's just like ghosting or something along those lines, like that's just being very like malicious. But then when I pull additional cards, it's something deeper going on, where they really are going through something very tough, and I feel like they're putting on like a cold front, like it's not even really a brave face. It's just like they're just coming across as really cold. And this could also be like a defense mechanism of theirs to kind of shut down when they're going through something, but they're not telling anyone they're going through it. They're just shutting down, and it's making you feel like they're just icing you out and giving you the cold shoulder. But I'm seeing that this person, they're not intentionally trying to steal your energy, because some people, when they ghost you or give you the cold shoulder, they're energy vampires. They want you to keep chasing them. They want you to keep contacting them. They want you to stalk them. They want you to give them a lot of your energy, right? In this case, that person is not doing that, even though it could feel that way to you, because you could be really focused on them. It's like they're not purposely trying to steal your energy. They really are going through something, is what I'm seeing. But I'm hearing wanting to talk. So it's like they want to talk, but why can't they? Let me pull one more. 1 second. Okay, so they're wanting to talk, but they're not talking, or they're not speaking up because they don't feel safe enough to speak up. This may be someone who, okay, either you've had some sort of words with each other in the past, like harsh words amongst both of you, where they no longer feel like they can speak up, or they no longer feel like they can speak without it becoming confrontation. Or it could be that they've never had a safe environment to express their feelings, so they don't really know how. It's one of the two, because with the family room being here in reverse, it's like not feeling comfortable enough, not having that warm atmosphere where you can just express yourself. So either, like I said, you've gotten into arguments with each other in the past and they're afraid of, confrontation happening again, or they just have never really had a safe space to express themselves, so they shut down whenever they're going through something that is very like heavy, and it comes across as them giving the cold shoulder and the silent treatment. Okay, so yeah, it's interesting because I'm seeing that someone, they could have been around a lot of cold people in their life that kind of shut down and shut them out so that they couldn't express themselves. And now it's interesting because now they're turning into that very thing where they're being cold and shutting people out, including you. So, that's okay, interesting. And that person it doesn't have to be this, but this person that's coming up, it could be that this could be the person that's affecting your self-esteem. When I said you could be practicing self-neglect, like them icing you out, or them not speaking to you could be the reason that your self-esteem has taken a hit, or that you are neglecting yourself, because it's sending like a message, a strong subconscious message to you that you don't matter, which is not true, obviously, but that's what their actions are sending, like a signal to you. And if other people have treated you like that in the past, then naturally it's going to be very triggering, and then that's when you can fall into the self-sabotage, self-neglect cycle. So but it doesn't have to be that person, but for some of you it's that person, it's this person that's coming up. All right, so let's look at your August predictions, like what's going on in August. Okay, so you're coming up as the King of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Cups. All right. So in the month of August, you could be very tempted to two things. Okay, I'm sensing two extremes here, so it's like two different groups possibly. For some of you, you could be tempted to ice people out. Like you could be tempted to give people the silent treatment, shut them out completely. Or you could be tempted to do the opposite extreme of overextending yourself emotionally and possibly like trying to, I don't want to say chase, but that's the word I'm hearing, possibly trying to chase someone who is icing you out, giving you the cold shoulder, which is natural as human beings. Like when someone's giving us the silent treatment or ignoring us, it's literally a natural reaction to try to reach out over and over again. And that's why some energy vampires do it. Or that's why some energy vampires, shut you out, because they want you to keep reaching out. So you could be on two extremes here. Like you could be on the extreme of reaching out too much or giving too much emotionally, or just closing your energy off completely and kind of icing people out. Both of these actions or the extremes are coming from a place of just not feeling emotionally balanced, not feeling emotionally content within. So no matter which extreme you go on, it's coming from the same exact place. No emotional contentment, not feeling well emotionally. I'm going to pull some more cards for that. 1 second. Okay, and just to make it clear, I'm not saying that I'm predicting in August that you're just not going to feel good. This is basically just giving you like a heads up, like if you experience this in August, here's how to navigate around it. This isn't like a prediction of something negative and you have to like worry about, oh God, like in August, I'm not going to feel well. No, this is more so saying like, if you're not feeling well in August and you're feeling emotionally depleted, it's just basically saying that, you could take on two opposite extremes if you're not feeling emotionally balanced. And then, the cards that I pulled are going to give me more insight into, what you can do to work around that. And that's the beauty of tarot. It's not, tarot predictions are not supposed to send you into a frenzy or a panic. It's more so like, oh, look, I see some negativity that may be coming up. Let's look at a way to, work around it, So I'm seeing Coffin card, Great Fortune, Marriage card. Okay, so I'm sensing that for a lot of you, this emotional discontentment is coming from a transitional period. So you are going through a drastic change in your life currently, whether it be a physical change or an emotional change. Like you could be shifting the way that you think or the way that you feel about certain situations. And when you're in a transitional period like that, it's very common to become sort of imbalanced. It's kind of like one foot in the future, one foot in the past, and it could kind of emotionally dysregulate you, and it could easily cause you to either shut down or to even possibly cling to, ways of doing things that are familiar to you, even if they're not healthy. So if you're someone who, your natural instinct is to kind of chase after people who are not necessarily good for you, or to overextend yourself to people who aren't good for you, that could be something that you're tempted to do whenever you're in a transitional period and you're kind of clinging to something familiar, or you're wanting to cling to something familiar. So you're being asked to try your best to keep that in mind, because when you become aware of it, it's easier for you to regulate it. You see what I'm saying? It's when you become aware of a subconscious thing that you do, or a subconscious repetitive act that you do based off of how you feel, then when you become aware of it, it's like you have a less chance of acting on it. I hope that made sense. I'm trying to get the message out. It's like too much going on in my head right now. So again, if you become aware, it's easier to control it. So whenever you are feeling this sense of emotional discontentment, and you're oscillating from one extreme to the next of shutting down or giving too much, remind yourself to stay present and stay aware, and that this transitional period is going to be one that is positive for you. It just feels like a threat, because any type of change sometimes can feel like a threat, and that's why we can become kind of imbalanced. But it's not a threat. And if you remind yourself that consciously, that it's not a threat, that you're safe, and stay in the moment and ground yourself, then you'll be able to get through this transition more smoothly without your emotions kind of swinging all over the place, and without you taking action based off of your emotions swinging all over the place. Okay. Okay. So the marriage card is here. I'm hearing that literally, this is for one person, maybe two people. Somebody's getting married in August, or proposed to. Just a very random message that came through there. That could be the transition that you possibly are experiencing. And it could be kind of overwhelming. But that's, like I said, I feel like that's for like one or two of you. For the rest of you, I'm sensing that there is someone who you are going to meet that's going to play a significant role in your life. And they're only coming in after this transition. Wow, I just got I wish I could describe the way I just felt when I just downloaded that message. I can't even put the feeling into words. Yeah, it's like it's someone very important. But they can only come into your life after this transition. It's like there's room. Okay. It's almost like this person is destined to come into your life. Oh, I'm hearing opportunity too. It's a person or an opportunity. It's almost like it's destined to come in, and it could have been came in, or they could have been came in, but you've been in a repetitive cycle for too long. And so that's why they couldn't come in, or it couldn't come in. And so it's like this transition into like the next phase, now they can come in. I wish I could describe what I'm feeling. It's like a very strange feeling. I feel like the feeling that I just experienced is probably going to be the feeling that you get when this person comes in, or when this opportunity comes in. It's like a very surreal sort of feeling, but it's almost at the same time like I was expecting you to come. I was expecting you. Wow, that's so interesting. Yeah, like I was expecting you. That's what I'm hearing. I was expecting you, or I was expecting this. It's like subconsciously, that this opportunity or this person is meant to be here, but it just wasn't coming in because of the cycle that kept on repeating. It's like you need to make room for it. And it doesn't have to be romantic either. I'm not saying that this is a romantic, it could be, but it doesn't have to be. It could be literally like a friend or something along those lines. Okay, so yeah, interesting prediction so far. The only thing that could really block whatever this person or this opportunity, whatever that's coming in, that's going to be like a huge blessing in your life, the only thing that could block it is literally if you act on these extreme emotions. Like I said, if you act on the desire to like just completely shut down, or you act on the desire to give too much and overextend yourself, you have to try to stay balanced, because if you don't stay balanced, it's like I feel like a cycle is going to repeat. You're going to step right back into a repeat cycle, and then there won't be any room for this new opportunity to come in. You'd be very shocked at when you actually like stay grounded, stay present, and like, transition into the next phase of your life without trying to like grasp onto the past or and things like that. It's like you'll be very surprised at how blessings randomly start coming into your life. It happens to me all the time. I'm like clinging to something, and then the minute I let it go, something miraculous like happens like the next hour. Like, I kid you not, happens to me all the time. So yeah, the only thing that would stop you would be clinging, or the desire to act on like an extreme emotion in the month of August. All right, so let's see the outside energy for the month of August. This is going to be a person or people who are affecting you the most in August. Yeah, this is a person. This is that person that I said, like, some of you, a person is coming in. For those of you who a person is coming into your life in August, again, it does not have to be romantic. It could be, but it does not have to be. This is a person who, they are on some sort of very important path where they're consciously manifesting something for themselves. Like, this isn't someone who's just living haphazardly. This is someone who I'm hearing they're consciously making the decision to improve their lives. So this person could be very inspirational to you, or this person could be coming in to kind of help you on your transition. Yeah, because, okay, put it this way. Like I said, you're transitioning into a new stage of your life, right? And you could be on the tail end of it. Like, you're almost there. You're almost having a breakthrough. I feel like this important person that's coming in, I feel like they're coming in to help you with this transition, or this opportunity is coming to help you with this transition, because it's like you're almost through it, but it's like there's still little pieces of your past that you could be clinging to, or pieces of your old self that you could be clinging to. And it's like you're almost there. You're almost through it. And this person or this opportunity comes in and helps you to break through it. And like I said, this is someone who's like a conscious like manifester. Like, they're consciously manifesting their reality. They're not someone who just like is haphazardly living life, like going with the flow of it. Like, they are like, this is what I want, this is what I'm going after. So if this is a person, this is like the perfect type of person who will help you to break through like that final barrier when it comes to, whatever you've been stuck in. But if it's an opportunity, it's like, yeah, it's something that's going to help you break through a barrier and help you to consciously start manifesting what you want in your life. So that's good news. Yeah, I'm going to extend this, or we're going to get more into this in the extended. I'm going to pull additional cards for your present and for your future predictions for August. So yeah, like I said before, I will leave the link to that in the description box. So if you would like to see more in-depth messages about, what's coming up in the month of August and hear more about this person, then, I will be getting into it in the extended. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the extended video.